Today we embark on a complex exploration of Donald Trump's recent proposal to denaturalize certain naturalized U.S. citizens. This move has sparked intrigue and raised questions about the irony within his own family's immigration history. We will delve into the legal framework surrounding denaturalization, examine Trump's motivations for this proposal, and unravel the unique story of Friedrich Trump, Trump's grandfather. Donald Trump has recently advocated for the expansion of denaturalization efforts, particularly targeting certain categories of naturalized citizens. While denaturalization is a rare legal process that allows the government to revoke someone's U.S. citizenship, Trump has suggested using it as a means to address perceived threats to American values. However, the implications of this proposal are far-reaching and require careful consideration. Let's begin with a brief background. The Trump administration previously initiated investigations into cases of alleged fraudulent naturalization, specifically targeting individuals who may have lied or withheld crucial information during their application process. Trump's recent push suggests that denaturalization could potentially expand, potentially affecting anyone whose citizenship was deemed obtained under false pretenses, or even those with certain criminal records. So how does the U.S. actually revoke citizenship? Under current law, denaturalization can occur if the government successfully proves that an individual engaged in fraud or committed a crime during the naturalization process. Another reason for denaturalization could be affiliations with specific organizations or activities deemed hostile to U.S. interests. The process of revoking citizenship is intentionally designed to be challenging to prevent wrongful revocation. However, Trump has proposed expanding these criteria, suggesting that certain political beliefs or associations could also be grounds for denaturalization. This raises concerns about due process and the limits of governmental power. Critics argue that an expanded denaturalization agenda could be problematic, potentially disproportionately affecting immigrants and creating a class of citizens who feel vulnerable to losing their status. This could challenge the very concept of security as a citizen in America. With over 20 million naturalized citizens in the United States, any significant change to denaturalization policies would affect millions of families and communities. This introduces a layer of uncertainty, potentially making citizenship more conditional than it has been in the past. Now, let's delve into the story of Friedrich Trump, Donald Trump's grandfather. Friedrich, also known as Fred, embarked on a journey to the United States from Karlstadt, Germany, in 1885. At the tender age of 16, he traveled alone as an unaccompanied minor, driven by economic hardship and the desire to evade compulsory military service in Germany. Friedrich's arrival in the United States occurred during an era of open immigration policies for European immigrants. However, if the more stringent criteria prevalent today had been in place, his entry might have been denied, as his journey would have classified him as an unaccompanied minor, a topic of ongoing debate surrounding immigrant youth. After arriving, Friedrich embarked on various entrepreneurial endeavors, eventually venturing westward in pursuit of fortune during the gold rush. He managed hotels and restaurants, which provided him with sufficient wealth to attempt a return to Germany later in life. However, when he attempted to return to Germany in 1904, the government denied his re-entry due to draft evasion. Essentially, Germany labeled him a draft dodger, a label that prevented him from reclaiming his citizenship there, ultimately leading him to settle permanently in America. Under stricter immigration policies, Friedrich's draft evasion and minor status could have rendered him ineligible for citizenship in the United States. This irony underscores the parallels between Trump's own grandfather's experience and his grandson's desire to restrict immigration. Trump's proposed denaturalization policies reveal a paradox. If similar standards had been applied to Friedrich Trump, he might never have gained permanent residency, and the Trump family as we know it might not exist today. This historical context prompts us to question what constitutes a worthy American citizen and how policy shifts could impact future generations of immigrants. More stringent criteria, such as increased scrutiny of naturalized citizens, could create an unwelcoming environment. Advocates fear that this move could establish a precedent where immigrant backgrounds are perpetually questioned, regardless of their years of residence in America or their contributions. If Friedrich Trump were alive today, would he meet the criteria for denaturalization set by his grandson? Considering his unaccompanied entry as a minor, draft evasion, and search for economic opportunities, it's plausible that under similar policies, he might encounter greater scrutiny or even be deemed inadmissible. This thought experiment underscores the tension between policy and personal history. It reminds us that America's narrative is shaped by immigrants who arrived under diverse circumstances and whose contributions may not have been immediately apparent. Trump's plan to expand denaturalization poses challenging questions about what it means to belong to a nation of immigrants. As the grandson of an immigrant who fled Germany and succeeded in America, Donald Trump's story reflects the complicated legacy of immigration in this country. These policy shifts might not only affect individual citizens, but also the broader sense of security and inclusion for naturalized Americans. Whether Trump's vision will reshape citizenship standards remains to be seen, but the potential impact is clear. Let us know in the comments what you think about Trump's proposed policies. Could they alter the American dream as we know it? Make sure to like and subscribe for more in-depth stories on history, politics, and what they mean for all of us today.